So people, yeah, my skin is looking really old. I can't believe it. Over the last 3 years, my fucking whole face has changed. You know, these things under the eyes have always been there, but not so much maybe. And, you know, I just look much older than I've ever looked. And it could be because of smoking. And it could be because of stress. And it could be because of the testosterone for 13 years. So, you know, I suppose I am a bit jealous, really, of some XXYs out there who look really young. But I just wanted to answer a question. I got a private message. I'm going to read it out to you, okay? I'm not going to tell you who it's from. Okay, so the person says, "Hi, I've just been watching your videos. They are cool. I like your music videos as well, since I'm also a musician. I came across them when I was searching for info on KS, as I believe I have it. I have not seen a doctor about it, but there are certain symptoms that give it away, like the fact that I'm 6'7" tall, when my parents are about 5'11", 6'1", mother and father respectively. I was just thinking, compared to my body, you don't look anything like somebody with 47XXY. If that's a good thing for you, okay. If it's bad, I really don't mean to offend. I was just wanting to know if testosterone still has an effect on you if you take it after puberty, or if it has a diminished effect. And also, what are the main effects of testosterone on somebody with KS?" Okay? Thanks very much for that message, by the way, because I appreciate the politeness of it. When you say, I was just thinking, compared to my body, you don't look anything like somebody with 47XXY. And then in brackets, you say, if that's a good thing for you, okay. If it's bad, I really don't mean to offend. And that is very nice. Thank you. To be accommodating to the possible feelings of another person. Exactly. But we automatically offend people when we take 2 steps in one direction, you know, because it's not somebody else's direction. Anyway, so you wanted to know if testosterone still has an effect on me or on somebody if you take it after puberty, or if it has a diminished effect. I think this can all be summed up, even your next question, what are the main effects of testosterone on somebody with KS? Everybody's different, you see. Everybody's on different amounts, because everybody's got different levels of natural testosterone or estrogen in their body. And so, you know, it's a trial and error, unfortunate process that we all have to go through at the start of taking testosterone or estrogen, you know, to find the balance. You know, I didn't take the testosterone until I was 17, 18, 19. I can't actually remember. I thought it was 17. My mother says it was 19. I'm sure it wasn't 19, but you know, you never know, right? So the point is that it affects everybody differently, and your symptoms of, you know, you being 6'7", you know, that could be it, yeah. But there are a lot of other syndromes out there that are to do with tallness and stuff like that. But the main points for KSXXY, if you're thinking that you have it, if you're a tall person, are small testicles. You know, smaller than average, not that big sack that you see on most men. You know, we're talking about a smaller version of that. And I suppose facial hair, like, you know, most XXYs don't have very much facial hair. Now, I have it because I took testosterone for 13 years. Okay? But I'm different as well. And plus, yes, I don't look like a typical 47XXY. I definitely don't look like a typical 47XXY. But I am. You see, that's the thing. And so it just shows the varieties of XXYs on the planet, when of course I am XXY, right? So I'll leave it at that. How about that? But I really thank you for your private message, and I really hope that you'll come back and comment more, or feel free, you know, to know that I do care and that I want to know. And I don't see very many XXYs in the world really doing this sort of stuff. I mean, you know, you can hear my voice, you can see my face, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, at least you know that I'm trying to talk with you and stuff. Whereas on blogs, it does. I don't think it works on blogs as well. That's writing, you know. And a lot of XXYs I know don't like to read, you know. So I don't think it works. So you know, I'd love some help here on YouTube. I would like to say one thing though: how hormones affect people, you know, or how XXY affects people. We all XXYs seem to have some kind of anger management issue. Some can be extreme, some can be minimal. But there are plenty of XXYs on the internet who are extremely angry and violent and non-negotiating people, you know. And those are the sorts of people that would be hanging around me and trying to, you know, destroy my road to on my mission for better people understanding. And you know, so obviously I don't normally say this, but do be careful who you speak to, of course. You know, but at the same time, I would encourage everybody to open up a bit more. You know, we've got the internet now, and I think it's carpe diem time. Seize the day. I'll leave it at that. How about that? That's a good last word. Seize the day, carpe diem. Dead Poet Society, that film really helped me a lot. Helped me feel good in myself, you know. And yeah, it was a very helping movie. So I got that carpe diem from that film. And I think it is time to seize the day. And it's time to stop the nonsense. You know, there's so many different people out there, and we're in a world now where most people think they don't have the time to care, or else they just don't care. We've lost heart over the last 20 years, most people, and we've got a general feeling of apathy, and I won't bother. And I think that's extremely unhealthy, and yeah, I'd like to see a bit more community on the internet, because if we can get community on the internet, then we can get it in real life. At the moment, communities have broken down in places where communities were always a huge fact, you know. And communities are not running as smoothly as they used to be, you know. You know, we nearly knew more stuff in a small little village, you know, 30 or 40 years ago, than we do now with the internet, you know. And you know, this anonymity thing on the internet, where people can just invent their own email addresses, you know, pseudo email addresses and pseudo everything on it, and just comment without getting caught, is a problem, yes. But I do trust in life, and I do trust that what I'm doing is for the greater good, regardless of how many people don't see it that way. I am not as angry as I used to be, and I certainly will be dealing with face-to-face or fingers-to-fingers on the keyboard or camera-to-camera with people who are aggressive and who have serious problems. I understand those serious problems. Not every single person will I understand, but I understand every single problem related to having anger issues. Okay, so I'll leave it at that. And carpe diem, isn't that the last words? Okay, goodbye, ciao.